Hello, this is Inspirations with Jabber. And before I start the inaugural podcast, I'm going to take it away to a commercial where I talk about where Ken Aiken talks about a book by Joseph Vivaldi narrated by Ken Aiken, available on Audible and iTunes, and also the Amazon Kindle. It is Saving How to Save Your Money. And after that, we start the podcast.
How do you save money? In my first book, I taught you why we go broke. If you read my book, you understand that there are many ways we can go broke, and you will understand that you need to understand about saving money, or at least not spending more than you make. If you're picking up this book because you need more tips on how to reinforce your saving skills, then this book is for you. I first want to tell you my story and enforce to you why saving is important. I didn't take the advice when I was younger. I read a book that said at least 10% needs to be saved for retirement or to be saved in The Richest Man of Babylon. There is one major rule with saving money, and that is you want to spend less than you make and have your money work for you. Many people feel the 401k or Social Security will be good for them, but that is not enough. This is why the second rule is having your money make more money. What happens if there are problems? Let's say you get laid off from your job, your car breaks down, or something in your house breaks down. There are cases where you need an emergency fund saved up. There are many tricks in saving money, and there are many tips to put your money aside for a rainy day. The trick is not to touch it and let it build up. There are more tips. I only gave you a few. It is only up to you to do this. One final tip along your saving travels, and that is you can live your life day to day, or you can plan for the future and relax a little.
Hello, this is Inspirations with a Jabber. I'm Joseph Vivaldi, and this is I'm ready for you to speak, Jabber.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me. Jabber is here. Mr. Vivaldi, thank you again.
Yes, and it's the podcast where we talk about inspirations and we try to pick people's spirits up from whatever ailments they're going through. And we mentioned a little bit on the Joseph Vivaldi podcast what we're going to do, but for those who might not know, I'm Joseph Vivaldi. You're very familiar with some of my work on this network, and Jabber, can you explain a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm not as famous as Mr. Vivaldi here, but, he's a mentor to me, and, we have a lot of good conversations. And, you're a very big inspiration to me, Joe. And the conversations we have, I say, you know what, we should share this love. How does that sound?
That sounds very good. Actually, let's just take it away because we're going to be running short on time with this podcast. So I'll take it away with a poem from myself by Apparitions of Warrior. And considering that there was Hurricane Florence, this poem is about a hurricane as well too. It's called The Aftermath of Destruction. There was a cyclone that caused destruction and left cities in ruins. People reacted in confusion, like their lives needed more frustration. The cyclone left many stranded without a home. It left many without power for days. The endless lines for gas began. A way home was a long tour through town. Home wasn't the same as before. My New Jersey is now a third world nation. Many tried to run, but eventually had to face the storm. We all faced it, and we asked, what happens now? Just shortly before the day it was talked about heavily. We have a holiday coming and a weak economy. Will there be an explosion of some kind? Will there be a catastrophe worse than a cyclone? We need to be ready. People will go mad soon. The drugs the doctors prescribe won't work. There has to be another way. Today we need help. Tomorrow, who knows what will happen. This might be our fate and stress. Many will repair this catastrophe, and everyone will help one another as before. However, is anyone ready for the challenges such as this? Perhaps the Mayans have known this all along. That was from Joseph Vivaldi, Apparitions of a Warrior, and that was about Hurricane Sandy, and people from Hurricane Florence could relate now.
Again, Joe, you do it. Truly inspirational. I'm sure that's the mindset, and has been the mindset of a lot for such a long time. And, we just celebrated the anniversary of September 11th, and it's been over a decade now, and I feel like somehow, I want to see inspiration in this. Somehow we're learning to adapt to our new normal,
Yes, I agree, and that new normal is a challenge for many, because many are still stuck living in the past, and it's sad for them to come into the new normal. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yes, it definitely does, because we do need to come out. And there's, a few points that I definitely want to get in. I know that the time is short today. But the number one thing I would say is learning how to not depend on certain structures that we're used to. I think we have to be deeper than that. I think, one thing that's certain in life, and that's changed, and I know about my life, and I'm sure a lot of the viewership will agree, it seems that most things that come at us is trying to affect us in a negative way, pull us off balance. We have to wake up hopeful every day, and more likely than not, we're going to need that hope in order to bring us through the next hurdle. And so, going back to the very real life poetry emotion that we started out with, we kind of see how our everyday life can just easily, Joe, what do you think, be just torn apart. Our world, the things that we depend on, our homes, having our family there, our routine.
I do agree. Some take some stuff for granted, but I mean, if it's one thing we should never do is take life for granted. Because the times we have to spend with family, the times we have to spend on our creativity, the times we have to spend with the people we work with, our significant others sometimes. Those are important stuff in life.
Definitely. And you know what comes to mind when you say that? We yearn for the calm, but we remember the storms. We draw inspiration from those storms, from these hurdles, from those moments when we're not sure. And so it is totally avoiding a lot of these changes that are natural and that will come, we need to remember that this is going to be the moment of inspiration for the future. So while we're going through the storm, let us be inspirational in how we move.
Yes, I agree.
That's a good fight. Let us run that race. Let us, it's a time always of, on my end, a tough economy. Sometimes I'm not able to go on the trip that I want to go on. Sometimes I'm not able to get the new car that I want to get. But at the same time, doing the best with what I have, it can be a game, and we have to find ways of coping and ways of staying inspired.
I just want to add this real quick. I mean, just for like people who are struggling with even their finances and stuff like that. Maybe we're head high in debt, and I know I have my debt problems as well, but maybe if we chip away at our debt and at the same time we save money or put it towards our business, invest in ourselves, and then we could eventually grow from there, and then eventually the debt will be chipped away and we'll be in better shape.
Yeah, definitely. I tell you, Joe, this right here could be an all-day topic. It's something that we all deal with, and there's a lot of times when I need to hear these very words, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that want to call in, and I'm sure that the comments we're going to keep pouring in. One aspect that I do want to make sure that I address is, the spiritual side, not necessarily a religious side, definitely not trying to, question any religious agenda or anything or try to promote any. But I think that we have things that anchor us. And to me, spirituality is finding strength in whatever inspires you. And, I just find that we need to really tap into all our strengths, use all our resources, whether it be community resources, whether it be family, social networking is always good. But the bottom line is the number one resource is always going to be that internal search. That's where we ourselves, and that's where we're going to be able to draw the most from.
Yes, on that note, I say we're going to wrap it up. Do you have anything that you wish to put out there and let people know about? Anything you're promoting or anything else like that?
Well, Mr. Evaldi, there's so many things that we do. But in this moment, I just want to thank you again because it's always so good to get an invite to come on your show. You're, as I say, a very big inspiration to me. I talk about you a lot. You get involved in the community, do so much, touch so many lives on a daily. And it's just always good to work with somebody with that bigger heart than you. And thank you so much for having me, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for being on the show.
All right.
And to close it off, I'm gonna just mention a little bit about what we go through and some struggles we face, and sometimes we have to turn to the others who are friends or family, and to try to lift up our spirits. And if we can't do that, there are talents we could do that could pick up our spirits too. And this is Inspirations. I'm Joseph Aval.